Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to Saltsea Chronicles. Henry here, the scientist, won't talk to us until we get her some sunroot, so I think we're gonna have to end up going to that party after all. Even though Iris doesn't like parties. Dreams of fire. You're back! Good, good. The bartender is rushing around in complex preparations for tonight's party. Listen, I need you to pass on a message. Tell Henry I need to see her. Amrita's face is flushed. Tell her... Oh, this is awful. Amrita, what's happening? I've never seen you like this before. It's nothing. Or it's everything. I don't know. Iris sighs. What is it then? A dream. No, a nightmare. I saw... Amrita's eyes dart back and forth. Oh, it's too much. I think Lilu is going to erupt. The volcano. Well, we had a conversation. Iris will be the skeptic, but we had a very nice conversation with them, with Neshko, where Neshko said, I don't see radio waves, but I accept that they're real because someone I care about says they're real. So, I'm going to make Iris hold back their skepticism a little bit.
No.
What? When? Several of the patrons turned round, shocked. Iris has never heard Neshko raise his voice before. Neshko, you're scaring people. Neshko lowers his voice just a notch. We have to get everyone out. No, not now, but soon, I think. In my dream, I saw a tower of smoke, a cloud of ash, and the stars. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Dreams have been strange lately. But please, tell Henry. She'll know what to do. Fine. Give us a bottle of sunroot then. She'll only talk if we give her some. I can't spare any. The party. I need it. Through a haze of stress, Amrita brightens up. I know. Ask Bobby. The locals have their own stash. It's more potent than ours, too. They might not want to part with it, mind. How many times are we going to have to go up and down this rusted volcano? Everyone stares at Iris. What? You think I'm going to offend it? It's an honor to spend time with Lilu. Neshko glances at the steaming spa. We've already read that. Peebles. Our apologies. Is he talking to the partygoers or the volcano? Alright. Yeah, Neshko wants to stay here. Not much new there. If he really wants to and it comes down to a decision, I think I'll let him. You know, Stu had her whole thing about how, oh, since we let Mandy come on board and since Kiddick stowed away, there hasn't been enough food for everybody, so I think one less mouth to feed would be good, even though I very much miss Neshko. Project Prodigal Sunroot. Iris examines the shelves at the Heritage Center, squinting. Neshko points to a certain bottle. Is that sunroot? Bobby gives Iris an appraising look. It is. Though we don't normally shout about it to incomers. At its most potent, it's used in small doses to help connect to the rhythms of Lilu. This is just a sample bottle that we use for Heritage Center activities. Not that anyone ever comes here for Heritage Center activities. Sounds wonderful. Can we, have some? Bobby stands protectively next to the dusty bottle. What do you want it for? Tell them the truth. I know you're not going to like this, but it's for that scientist, Henry. I think she knows something really important. Please, can you help? Bobby takes the bottle from the shelf and examines it sadly. I believe you. But that's hardly what sunroot is made for. Still, Ka always says we're supposed to show hospitality, no matter how ignorant our guests. Iris is about to protest, but Neshko waggles his eyebrows meaningfully. We'll show the sunroot all the honor it merits. I'm certain the drinker will appreciate it. Bobby sighs. It's only gathering dust here. Tell them to come for a visit. I'll demonstrate the right way to drink it. It's supposed to be savored. Bobby holds out the bottle. Neshko takes it gently from their hands. Thank you. Alright, we got the sunroot. Now, to go back to Henry. Alright. Oh, is there anything else around the island? I don't think so. Root of the problem. Iris looks at the entranced Henry and experimentally uncorks the bottle of sunroot. Henry spins around at the sound. Sunroot. Iris lets her take the bottle. For some information? The scientist takes a deep sniff and closes her eyes. You look in special reserve. How did you manage that? She takes a deep swig. Bobby asked you to savor it properly. Henry swallows quickly, taking another deep gulp. And they'd be glad to show you how, if you'd visit. Henry lets out an enormous burp. I'll consider it. Now, what were you bothering me for? Should we ask her about K's or the ship itself? Let's ask about K's. Iris takes a deep breath. What do you know about K's? Cakes? Captain K's. You know the name. I have no idea who you're talking about. But Jayantha said, Jayantha, what's the old Martin been sticking his nose in now? Iris narrows their eyes. You don't know anything? Sounds like you've been sent on a wild Stura chase. Stura, a wild cousin of the Pucks. Stura are a common sight on sea cliffs where they nest and raise their young. Neshko folds his impressive arms. You think we were tricked? I know many things, but nothing about what you're asking. Amrita. Oh, Amrita. Neshko nods. We have a message for you. Henry takes a swig of sunroot and waves her hand for them to continue. Amrita's worried. Saw Lalu erupt, dream sailing. She said to tell you she thinks it's happening soon. Iris frowns at this, but doesn't say anything. Interesting. Dreams can provide useful data points, though they're hard to measure quantitatively. But in this case, she needn't worry. The readings are clear. Lalu won't erupt for at least another 5 years. We have plenty of time to prepare. Henry snorts. As long as we don't waste it. Prepare how? How do you prepare for a volcano? The locals seem relatively relaxed about it. Not all eruptions are catastrophic if you take precautions. The locals have been living with Lalu for a long time. I respect it. Lately, though, with the endless parties, I don't know. Henry gazes at her reflection in the bottle of sunroot. The island hasn't been the same. Iris raises their eyebrows in concern. But tell Amrita not to worry. I don't want her banging down my door again. Best tell Call the Elder too, he's often asking. Will you? Maybe he'll tell us something. If you wish. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a date. With this data. Henry takes another deep sniff of their sunroot and turns back to the seismometer, not waiting for an answer. The moon's now high in the sky. It's time for a party. Yeah, party time. Despite being in close proximity, the bunk beds feel strangely lonely. Henry is lost in thought, no longer nursing the seismometer. A midnight moon's invitation rests in front of her. Going to the party? Henry flinches, snapping back to the present. Ah, yes. I mean, no. Henry shakes her head. What do you want now? Are you, okay? Henry gives an unconvincing laugh. Oh, you know, the usual. Seismic activity, cosmic activity, oversights that can result in major catastrophes. Iris and Neshko let the silence simmer. I've been thinking about what Amrita said. What about it? Amrita. She reminds me of my mother, another dream sailor. She knew that I would leave at some point, even though... She lets out a short sigh. No one really leaves their home, do they? I think if I say home, that'll get Neshko dreamy and nostalgic. What's the point? Every day I pore over this machine, but I've missed the most basic thing of all. Don't be too hard on yourself. Henry makes a decision. Hubris. Thinking I should do this all alone by science only. I should be using all the available data. Maybe I'll drop by the bar sometime, speak to Amrita. Two perspectives often produce a clearer picture. And maybe I should visit my mother. Oh, that's nice, Henry. You do that. Alice is kind of creepy. I'll talk to them last. Burnt after reading. Iris spots a note in Alice's bunk, nudges Neshko, and points. The note is not ours to read. Iris fidgets a little. Don't read it. Neshko steps in, blocking Iris's path to the note. Place yourself in the writer's shoes. How would you feel if someone looked at all the private things in your bunk? Iris grumbles but acquiesces. Unlike some people, I don't have anything to hide. Ooh. That was kind of bitchy, Iris. Fashionable silence. Identical white coats hang from a railing. I've never seen so many coats. And all alike in appearance. Iris shrugs. They have little interest in what people wear. They're probably worn during experiments or something. Neshko frowns. In stories of the expansion, I heard of scientists who could create endless copies of objects. Maybe that's what this is. A terrible experiment. Iris raises a very precise eyebrow. Alright, Alice, let's talk to you. Queen of Hearts. Alice has just completed sorting soil samples. Why, hello again. Have you been skulking around in our private quarters again? Iris and Neshko share a panicked look. Oh, I don't mind at all. They wink. Iris immediately tries to change the subject. You're working. Science never stops. Alice shoots Henry a dark look. I'm just finishing up for the party. I hope to see both of you there. We're not into parties. I'm, sure you'll have a great time, though. Without you there. Iris and Neshko look at each other. It doesn't escape Alice's notice. I'm just teasing. It's fine if you don't want to go to the party. Sometimes I take things a bit too far. Oh, I'm glad you acknowledge it, Alice. They don't comment. I won't make any excuses. It's just, well, I'm a little lonely, if you must know. They don't quite know how to respond to that. There's going to be lots of other people there. I'm sure you could, find someone to, dance with. Alice smiles. Yes, I suppose I could. Oh, good. That's resolved. How much is there to look at out here? I thought that star was something to click on at first. The sound of the party above echoes like distant thunder. Ghost in the machine. It's the toaster. In the half light. Ooh, look at those colors. Wow. Y'all look crazy. In the half light, Neshko almost steps on the unidentified artifact. Ah! I must be more careful. He pauses. Iris sighs, eager to move on. Iris, do you ever feel angry about the past? Iris is caught off guard by this. There is a strange tension in the night air. Are you angry? Neshko continues to stare at the strange corroded object. Sometimes I feel anger is like rust. It eats away at us, slowly, until it threatens our integrity. Iris doesn't have an answer for this. Maybe some things should stay buried. Screams of laughter echo across the loo from the party above. Alright, let's go talk to Ka first. Despite Bobby's valiant efforts, the leaflets have returned. Brightly decorated promotional leaves litter the floor, just waiting for someone to slip on them. The man, the myth, the legend, Peeble Vondre will tell all about his almanac tomorrow evening at the chandlery in the float. Oh, great. False advertising. Iris picks up a leaflet, closely studying the bright lettering on the large dried leaf. Neshko peers over Iris's shoulder. Crossing the fault? What does that mean? Bobby sits in the corner, sheltering from the busy party. They clear their throat loudly. Bobby? You clearly want to tell us. Whatever. No, you whatever. No, you whatever. No, you whatever. Do you know what this is or not? It's not one of ours. It's a metaphor or whatever. It's obviously not possible to cross the fault. Wait, what's the fault? I don't remember. I don't remember what the fault is. Nobody ever wants the tour. Iris returns to Bobby, ready to say something they've been mulling over. I've been thinking about what you said earlier, Bobby. You want to do the trail. Finally, someone who cares enough to learn about Yoluka's true wonders. Bobby claps in enthusiasm, and in response, Neshko begins to applaud loudly and excitedly. Iris stares at them both. Iris holds up their hands and backs away in apology. No, I meant what you said about the incomers being loud and inconsiderate, Bobby. Iris gives Neshko a look and he quickly quietens down. It just stayed on my mind. I would hate if Narfi was popular and strangers turned up to mess up my home. Like, I know it's boring there, but also it would hurt people. Incomers. I'm glad you understand now. All take and no give. If there's one thing we should have all learned from the time before, taking without giving is the worst thing a person can do. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Sorry. About the chore. Bobby nods solemnly. No one ever wants the tour. Oh god, I need tea. Such a shame. Except Neshko, it seems. Hey, if you stay here, Neshko, you'll get that tour. You'll get that tour, Neshko. I'll let you stay if you really want to. It certainly means something. I can feel it in my bones. I only wish I could understand. Bad dream sale. Ka is staring at a model of Yaluka, a frown on his face. Iris blunders in. We have a message for you, from Henry. Ka turns slowly. It takes him long moments to focus on Iris. Ah, the young visitors. I hope you tried to dance, at least a little. But, as you say, a message? She says, not to worry. She said locals were were worried about an eruption. But she's sure it's not going to happen for years. Ka does not look particularly comforted. Lalu will do what Lalu will do. Everyone talks in riddles. What do you mean? Young one, I mean that mountains move beyond mortal understanding. He smiles ruefully. Volcanoes. Henry is very clever, but I fear her predictions will not outwit Lalu. Once we understood that. You don't believe, Henry? You believe there will be an eruption? Ka sighs, then shakes his head. He takes a stance. Neshko takes a step back, while Iris remains, confused. Huh? What? An ill wind blowing north. Walls speak with no words. Alcazar's gifts are also a curse. Neshko lets out a gasp. Iris looks at him sharply. Fire drifted on the air, and cries. Huh. Suppose Alcazar could be somewhere we need to go? A lead? Ka returns to them. Neshko is a little shaken. Thank you for the dream, Elder. We'll take heed. I only wish I could understand Bobby's part. I see him, but I cannot see him. Ka gives a sad smile. Alcazar. And we can talk about his worries, I guess. Excuse me, can I click on it? There we go. Je ne sais quoi. That's funny. Ka is frowning, muttering under his breath, looking stressed. Let's ask what's wrong. They take a step towards him, but start when Ka lets out a flurry of muttered curses. Maybe not right now. Iris nods fervently. Okay. Did we choose the wrong choice, or is he just never going to talk to us in this time of day? The spa. We could talk to Gallo again. Yeah. Dancing in the moonlight. The party is in full swing. You doing okay, Iris? The smell of sweat, sunroot, and sulfur is overwhelming. Congregated together, the guests could almost be a single organism, pulsating to the music. Do they, like this? All the noise? Neshko laughs as someone tries to entice him to dance. No, thank you. He gestures to his tall, muscular form. I'm all elbows. You're what? Neshko chuckles as the partygoer moves on. 2 left feet. Iris stares at his feet, confused. The errant dancer finds a willing partner and they begin an enthusiastic gyratory gambol. Neshko jigs up and down, distinctly offbeat. I figured out how to get all the dried-on mud off. Dancing, says the spa-goer. Let's talk to them again. Muddled through. A spa-goer dances enthusiastically, covered in dried mud that cracks and splinters as they jiggle. One particularly dramatic move sends a cloud of mud into the air, flinging debris into Iris's eyes. Oh dear, may I take a look? Iris nods, eyes shut. Neshko swiftly brings a cupped hand of fresh water to rinse away the debris. This may sting, but it will help. The water washes over Iris's face. Ugh. Neshko holds Iris's face and looks closely at their eyes. And look up? Now blink. Better? Iris, crumpled in embarrassment, slowly nods. Thanks. Neshko sighs in relief. Glad to help. Gallo's wave. Gallo, incoherent now, is talking intensely with his freshly poured dark blue drink. Dark, deep, silkly blue. Fresh like water, indigo, indigo. Iris and Neshko's ears prick up. Neshko places a light hand on Gallo's shoulder. Hello, friend. Gallo grins warmly at the sight of them. He grabs Neshko's hand and wraps it around his torso. Iris steps back, startled. Neshko pulls away, ruffling Gallo's hair in a show of friendly affection. Strong, nice strong arms. Iris does not know how to respond to this situation. When I clicked Temptation, I thought, like, he's talking indigo, so they're tempted to talk to him, even though they know he's not going to be any help because he's drunk. I guess it was a different kind of temptation. I should have known. It's Gallo. Gallo, I don't remember. Kiddick? Gallo bursts out in giggles. That's a bug. Neshko pats Gallo's shoulder. Kiddick is not here. That's a bug. Perhaps I could get you some water? Gallo continues to giggle. Water! No, no, the world be drowned. Gallo cracks himself up again. He's too far gone. Gallo whispers something in Neshko's ear. More giggles follow. Neshko smiles. Yes, I'll be back for the vent feeders. Iris can't get away quickly enough. All right. Lunar landing. Amrita's smile is glassy. You came! Welcome to the Midnight Moons! What did Henry say? I mean, we could reassure her, but I think Henry is wrong. Thank you for your message. Neshko looks sideways at Iris. It's important to look into dreams, especially the frightening ones. But it's totally fine. Henry believes there's no danger, not for now. Amrita looks relieved, but faint lines still worry the edge of her eyes. Good, good, so we can all enjoy the party. Can't we? Iris looks at the swaying, chanting crowd. Don't dance. You don't want to dance, Iris. Nope, let's go. Oh, can't we... What? I was looking forward to a dance. Iris's expression makes it clear that this is a losing cause. Perhaps another time. Amrita laughs. Listen, you two, those scientists. I trust Henry, but something's wrong. I've heard rumors. Rumors of what? Amrita shakes her head. Vague, but that ship you mentioned. I don't know, but I think you should travel to the biomes east of here. Whatever plans they have involve that place. I can't say more, but there are answers there, I'm sure of it. And Neshko? You should visit home. It's been too long. Iris wants to press for details, but Amrita has already left to serve more drinks, worry still creasing her face. The crowd cheers as someone does a somersault into the spa waters. We've discovered a fair amount. Yeah. Leads, information, we've got tons. So we should return to the others? Iris nods. There's still more to look at. The party is in full swing. Lulu is bathed in the light of the twin moons. Vivian's audience turned out to be lively and grateful after all. She slinks around the bar, graciously gathering praise. Hand it to Neshko. Neshko suddenly stops. Are you okay? Well, I'm sure you've noticed. A few things Amrita has said. Iris shrugs. I mean, yeah, but... I don't know. It's your story, right? My past will bring you no harm. Everything I do, I'm just trying to do my best. Iris isn't sure what to say. Don't tell the others. Not today. Just give me a little time. Neshko looks at Iris with a tired expression. The chaos of the party makes a surreal backdrop. Fine, I won't tell. About what? Am I supposed to have deduced what his past is? From the things that Amrita said? For now. Neshko lets out a long exhalation. Thank you. There is something about this place, like the way mud draws out impurities from the skin. Iris nods in some confusion. But Iris feels like Neshko is hiding something. Okay, so Iris has no idea what's going on either. You know what? Let's look here. Iris senses that Neshko has been hiding something from the crew and feels uneasy again about his presence. Well, now I want to keep Neshko on board so I can learn things. Ugh, it's so... I want him to be happy, but... all of a sudden, it's like, I want to know your story, man. Alright, boat. Can we talk to Ka now? No, boat. A helping hand. Before the pair can board their tender, a bearded figure approaches across the starlit shore. Ah, there you are. I trust you've enjoyed your visit? A wonderful island. I can see why so many come here. Ah, yes, well, I'm afraid I must make a truly dreadful confession. I haven't been entirely honest with you. Iris rolls their eyes. Oh no, really, I never suspected. A minor duplicity. I wasn't sure I could trust you, you see? But since I've seen how you conducted yourself on this island, it's clear you are people of honor. And so I can reveal the truth. Neshko follows the lilt of Jayantha's words, rapt. The truth. Go on. The ship you seek, and its captain, I didn't tell all. In fact, I have been tracking K's across the archipelago, just like yourselves. I believe there is a dastardly scheme afoot, one that could destroy us all. We must stop it. A scheme? I don't know all the details. In fact, I'm hoping you might share your investigations. But I do believe the entire archipelago is at stake. Neshko is pale. Iris folds their arms. But what about your work here? Oh, is he asking to come on board? We don't have room, dude. Jayantha waves his hands dismissively. It's of little importance compared to stopping K's evil plot. I've instructed them well. They will manage adequately. I know, it's a terrible imposition. But do you think you can make room? I simply wish to lend what expertise I have to your vital mission. Stu would be so mad at us. Let's see. Iris looks Jayantha up and down, still uncertain. We should... Don't you think your crew will be impressed if you return with me? I promise I can lead you precisely to where you're needed. Iris opens their mouth again. Of course, if you're hesitant, I'm sure I can go. In fact, perhaps I was wrong. Wrong to trust two people such as yourselves to make decisions for your whole party. Yes, I expect that's it. You don't have the trust of your crew. We don't. Stu is mad at us. Stu is mad at Iris, and will be even angrier at Iris if we bring Jayantha on board. So no, dude, you're not coming on board. That's enough for Iris. They clench their fists. No. You don't talk to me like that. Jayantha tips his head back, not quite the result he wanted. Perhaps I haven't been clear. Neshko suddenly looms his very large height into view, like he's pulled himself into the foreground. I also don't like Jayantha. He seems like a bit of a bully, and he lied to us. Sani was very lovable, and I feel like her desire to find her sister is sincere. Jayantha seems slippery. I don't want him on board. A pause. So be it. His long coat swoops around him as he turns and storms off. Are you okay? Iris nods firmly. But was it the right decision? Too late to hesitate now. It's time to tell the crew what was learnt here, and of certain decisions that might have been made without them. Okay. Let's look around the boat. The thump of drums and the whoops of faraway partygoers filters across to the Kelpie on the cool night air. Running up that volcano, Merle rocks Ade while gazing out of the porthole. His mustache has taken on a particularly melancholy droop. Stu follows his gaze. Miguel spent some time on Uluka when he was a young man. Said it was magical. Merle sighs. Would that I had adventured further in my youth. There is so much to see and so little time to catalogue it. But my lungs... He trails off, evidently uncomfortable. Once I would have been up and down that volcano in a trice. But my joints aren't what they used to be. Ade sighs in Merle's arms. Stu looks on, approvingly. Well, someone here is very pleased you stayed on the boat. We had a very pleasant time. A pause. I appreciate being able to share these matters with you, Stu. Stu nods. The two continue to watch Lulu from afar, a view now less tinged with regret. Alice well that ends well. I'm glad to be back. Did you miss me? Kiddick meant it to sound teasing, but it came out quite sincere. Of course. And to Kelpie, this is like my favorite place. It was intense there. Kiddick nods. It was loud, and a lot. We should chill for a bit then. Iris pauses. You don't, think I'm boring, do you? No! You're amazing! Kiddick blushes, fidgeting with their sleeve. Yeah! Iris beams, forgetting their tiredness. You are too. Progressed, Kiddick hints at their feelings for Iris. Okay. Iris hints at their feelings for Kiddick. Yay! Okay, so we didn't ruin everything by not taking Kiddick to Uluka. As she exercises, Sandy is relaying a story, getting out a few words between each breath. And then, Mandy lost the bet. Had to do. My cleaning duties. For a month. You two sound very close. Yeah! I can't wait for you to meet her. Mulpay looks down, unsure what to say. Sandy settles into a long stretch. We're very alike. Vivian always said Mandy was the stronger sister, though. Mulpay scoffs. I find that hard to believe. She gestures at Sandy's lean form. Just look at those muscles. Sandy grins widely, heart rate racing. Aw. Yet, Sandy could be a good rebound, Mulpay. I hate to think of Sandy as a rebound, but it wouldn't be so terrible if you got together. Maya seems to suck. Goodbye, Uluka. The sound of distant revelers echoes around the volcano. Are you ready for the crew to decide their next steps? Yes. It's time to proceed. To where? Iris fidgets uncomfortable in their seat. The crew are annoyed that they weren't included in the decision about Jayantha, and they're showing it. I have to say, I agreed with Iris's decision. Perhaps we did act rashly. But the man was very... pushy! He was pushy, and well, I thought you would be angrier if we brought him on board. Why are you so angry, Stu? You don't like having so many people on board. Definitely up to something. Very well. And what of Yoluka? I swear that volcano of theirs is smoking more than when we arrived. The scientists say it's fine, although one dream sailor is unsure. Iris waves a hand. It does sound kind of important to figure out. An open mind, Iris, is how we... Molpe waves aside the growing argument.
Listen.
The volcano was not our concern. What did you find? Iris followed a lot of leads, which led us to Jayantha. Iris glowers. We chased him across the island like 5 times. And, did he have information of use to us? Did you hear anything about Mandy and, Maya? Iris sighs. Sort of. It's still really annoying. All mixed up. We do have leads, though. Okay, so what's our next course? I don't know. It was pretty, woolly. Dream sailors and confused scientists and loud music. Iris looks at Kiddick. Not that there's anything wrong with dream sailing. Too right. Some people mentioned an old fort north of here. Alcazar, wasn't it? Neshko starts at the name. Stu frowns. Also, the biomes, where one of the scientists came from. Molpe looks at Iris. No lean one way or the other? Iris shrugs. That's 2 whole leads. Good work. An old fort. Is that the place where all the artists are? I'd love to go there. Investigate there. Neshko rubs his head, face lined with worry. I have something to confess. Everyone turns to him. Alcazar is difficult for me. If we wish to go there, allow me some time to gather myself and I will explain. If Kay's targets the Bright of Mine, the ship is just as likely to sail there. All eyes turn to Molpe. Always me. I don't know. Molpe looks for a second at the burbling Ade. East or north, Ade? I want to know more about Neshko. Let's go to Alcazar. Ade looks out a sage little chuckle. You could say it contains an aura sound. That's north to Alcazar. It's decided. I'm sure this will be it. The crew begin to rise, readying themselves for departure. Kiddick beams at Iris. Great job! Iris smiles back, albeit weakly. Stu sniffs. Although next time, maybe you'll let us all decide who can or can't join the crew. Stu thinks Iris is too impulsive. We cannot please you, Stu. Iris cannot please you. Ain't no party like a Yoluka party. That's the achievement we just got. Alright, we're going to Fort Alcazar. Are we gonna get the animatic? Yep. I do wonder what Jayantha's addition to this would be. That's delightful every time. Okay. Chapter Select. For Alcazar. The past comes back to haunt members of the crew as they pursue the truth of the Indigo-sailed ship and all who sail in it. What can Alcazar have to offer? Neshko tying the ropes. He's concerned. What? This better be a flashback, bud. Oh, it is. I thought he was holding a torch. It's a paintbrush. It's a paintbrush to him being on Alcazar as an artist. Okay. Yeah, this is a flashback to him living on Alcazar. Arguing with a woman. And she broke her pottery. And he got shunned for breaking a pot? That's what it's about? Okay. And then he left. That's his backstory. He broke some pottery. Okay. For Alcazar. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and we will explore it next time. Let's check what we've got here. Stu doesn't like that Iris made a unilateral decision about Jayantha. There really is no pleasing this woman. I know we just haven't been focusing on her at all. But, so she's definitely not going to be happy whatever we do, but, oh god. I thought you would be happy with the decision not to bring Jayantha on board. Look at how full our crew is. Jeez. Okay. We will explore the ship a bit and then explore Fort Alcazar next time. And hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about Neshko and his backstory. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more Saltsea Chronicles.